It's interesting as you go out and about and you see people and run into people and you do things or everything. Sometimes you have some interactions that are really not what you expect, but then they just sort of bring a smile to your face. Greetings, Dave here, DCP Facts. A little different video today. My wife had a small stay in the hospital recently, just stomach issues. We're going to get them worked out. But we were talking with her doctor, and he was talking about things and other stuff. And I said, "Oh yeah, well, my dad was a surgeon, so you understand that." And he goes, "Oh, well, yeah, what was?" And he, "Oh, yeah, no, I knew him." He looked at the last name. "I knew him." "And what do you do?" I said, "Well, I repair computers and I'm a 3D printer." Immediately, "Your 3D printer?" And we then spent 10 minutes talking about 3D printers. He has the Ender that he's flashed the Marlin and he's done this and this and this. And I said, "Well, I use this and I did this and this." "What do you do?" So we went through a big long conversation. My wife's sitting there like, so we eventually got back to my wife. Well, the doctor got back, talked to my wife, and it just was such a funny conversation. And the reason I mentioned that is I then the next day had another funny conversation. I've mentioned Guillaume many times because he hires me to print things for me, to print it for him, sorry. And he sends me files and I test them out. He goes, "Well, that's not right. Let me change this." And I print it again and send it to him. He's only, 5 hours away, so it's easy to just ship it from Ontario to Quebec. He's had a printer for a while and he's talked about it. I've got a printer and he's finally got around setting it up. I said, "What is it?" And he goes, "It's the CR10 Smart." And I said, "That's what I'm printing most of your stuff on." Turned into, over the last couple days, it's been a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. "What about this? What about this? What about this? How do we do this, this?" And I said, "Look, here's my printer profile." And he's like, "Oh, this worked, this worked, this." And he's constantly asking all these little questions, which I don't mind. He's beyond a customer. He's become a friend. And it's nice when he came to me, because he does a lot of stuff. He does a lot of voice messages on Messenger. And he said, "Hey, I just want to drop this. I appreciate everything you do for me and answering all these questions I send at you and making these things for me." And he said exactly, he said, hopefully I'm not a customer, hopefully I'm a friend. And I do, believe that he is along these lines now. And it just was so gratifying that he would say these things to me, and also that the doctor was suddenly so very interested in what was going on, because at that point, when your wife is not well, it's a very stressful time. It's my wife about that. She's just like, "Yeah, you look stressed." Yeah, a little bit. So it was just so fun to see that, and getting those little confirmations are really nice. Even another little thing was, I'm talking to the doctor. He goes, "Oh, so what do you do? You computer repair, Porter. Oh, all the doctors talk about you." Because I'm well known in Barrie as the Macintosh repair guy. But it was such a funny series of incidences that happened, and it was funny. And I just wanted to pass it on to you guys, because I do like that when people say, "Hey, what about this?" Like when I'm watching series Star Trek and things come up, and Larry or Dr. Price go, "Hey, oh yeah, Dave, yeah, no, he does, yeah." So it's fun. So to me, it's nice to be recognized as something. People sort of appreciating what you do. It's not just, you're just a cog in the machinery. It's something a little bit nice. So that's just all I want to say. That's just something that came to me, and I thought it was really cool. I was happy to hear it. It was nice to get some thanks and accolades from people who was like, "Oh yeah, I know you." Much like when I joined Star Trek Prop Enthusiast. "Oh dude, I watch your videos." So it's nice getting getting noticed after doing 3.5 years of this. Hopefully I'm getting noticed somewhere. So that's all I want to talk about. That's a very self-serving video. That's something I want to just say to you. And hey, everyone who comes and looks at this stuff, I really appreciate you coming and looking. I see my numbers on a daily basis, and they're doing well. Like, they're not, Mr. Beast levels or even the quartering level, but there's a constant watching of my videos, and it's the old stuff is getting watched, so that's hilarious. I love that. So that's just my video for today. Hey, everyone have a great day. We'll talk to you all later.